भारत में 2500 वर्षों से बौद्ध धर्म का वजूद है और देश के हर कोने में बौद्ध परंपरा और संस्कृति फल फूल रही है। लेकिन भारत के टेलीविजन इतिहास में पहली बार नोबल विजडम यानी शराब संगपो के नाम से शुरू हुआ है एक टेलीविजन कार्यक्रम जो भारत की बौद्ध परंपरा और बौद्ध धर्मावलंबियों की ताकत को उजागर करता है। इसी मकसद से पेश है एक और एपिसोड। कार्यक्रम में अगले कुछ दिनों तक आप जानकारी पाएंगे हिमालय क्षेत्र की बेजोड़ पारंपरिक चिकित्सा पद्धति सोआ रिगपा के बारे में।
And next, if I say a little bit about the significance of the precious peel, in Tibetan we say that we call it the Rinchen Ribu. Rinchen means precious. So, precious peel is it's also a form of medicine, and according to Soa Rigpa healing system, our medication can be divided into two, like a pacifying medicine, or the evocation medicine. And this Rinchen Ribu or this precious peel comes under the pacifying medicine. So these medicines obviously has a double effect as compared to the other pacifying medicines. So other pacifying medicines are medicines in the form of liquid, medicine in the form of powder, peel, the glue or concentrated, or and also medicine in the form of calcinated powder. So as compared to all these, this precious peel, Rinchen Ribu, which is have the more effective than the others. So these medicines normally we have 8 different kinds of precious peel at present, and they are Rinchen Tangjo, Rinchen Ratna Sampe, Rinchen Mangjo, Rinchen Sududashe, and Rinchen Tsajo, Rinchen what else? Rinchen Chuma, Rinchen Chagril, and Rinchen Yunying, I think. There is 8 type of Rinchen Ribu at present, and this some of these Rinchen Ribus are mainly primary ingredients with, we call it Zotel, the supreme of the king of all the essence ingredients. So this, which has been prepared standardly after going through the proper process of detoxifying is going on. So this precious peel is prepared or compound standardly on the basis of the instructions of a former eminent or great scholars. So these precious peels also have we say that spiritual blessing also, and this precious peel also had a lot of compounded together ingredients, herbal and non-herbals, including the gold, silver, metals, and many gemstones are present, and this is compounding accordingly after going through the proper process of detoxifying, and it's totally safe to take by all the persons. And if I talk a little bit benefit about each and every Rinchen Ribu in a very briefly, Rinchen Tangjo, which is considering as the supreme of all the precious peel, and it has a cool, mostly compounded by the cool ingredients.
कैसे दूर हो आपके जीवन की मुश्किलें, कैसे सवरे आपका करियर, कैसे सफल हो आपका हर काम, क्या कहते हैं आपकी किस्मत के सितारे, जानिए सटीक होने वाली बौद्ध भविष्यवाणियां।
Namaste Tashidilek. My name is Tenzin Yanki. I'm Tibetan astrologer from Dharamsala, Menzikhang. 4th December, Saturday, 29th day of the 10th lunar month. The elemental combination is Earth-Wind. This combination has unfavorable energy to reduce the growth of wealth and property. Indication of theft, robbery, plundering are there. Disappointment and regret may come if you initiate any productive activities. Moreover, Shiginamgo is there. Performing rituals and prayer for disease is not favorable. BT runs till 8:36 a.m. So in the morning, avoid performing and undergoing surgery and thoracic therapies like moxibustion, bloodletting and golden needle therapies. Bumdong or empty ways is at north direction, so avoid all important activities, especially funeral procession while facing north. 5th December, Sunday, 30th day of the 10th lunar month. The elemental combination is fire and fire. A good combination till 1:48 p.m. The day of Sojong. So in the morning is good for generating merits and purifying sins by making confession to one's spiritual teacher. However, the day has another extraordinary combination called Chijo, which overpowers all other combinations. Therefore, this day should be considered as inauspicious for all. Chiginamgo is there, thus unfavorable to start any activities, especially public meetings and public gatherings. Bumtong or empty ways is at north direction, so avoid all important activities, especially funeral procession while facing north. Nina or black day is also there, so overall the day is not favorable for any new beginning for all animal sign. 6th December, Monday, first day of the 11th lunar month. The elemental combination is earth water. Good combination, and this brings youthfulness and happiness. Good day to enjoy parties, dressing up and playing games. The day of doing Namgo, so avoid inviting guests at your home. Bumtong or empty ways is at north direction, so avoid all important activities, especially funeral procession while facing north. Moreover, the Lord of Earth, Asada Simpung, moves from south to north direction during 5 p.m. to till 12 a.m. So, undertaking journey towards that direction would be unfavorable. The day is extremely favorable for people belong to dog and sheep animal sign to raise prayer or lungta flags. Thank you and see you tomorrow at same time.
There are so many things we can do instead of talking. Like, to give an example, I tell my younger Tibetan generation that we on and off we criticize against the wrongdoings of the Chinese government, that there is no religious freedom, there is no freedom of culture, there is no human right and all these things. And we have every right to criticize and complain. But you should at least, even when you do that, you should first of all think whether you are saying it with total sincerity and concern or just saying it because others are saying it. You see? So there you will again find, like, not this is something not peculiar to Tibetans, it's human tendency. Again there when you explore, you will find that deep down you are not very sincere, You are just simply joining the flock. A clear example is when you make those demonstrations and slogans, you say there is no religious freedom in Tibet, no freedom for preservation of culture and so forth. And people might sympathize with you, yes, I know, very sad situation. But if somebody asks you, what about in India? Do you have freedom to practice your religion, to preserve your culture? What would you say? You cannot say there is no freedom. You will have to say, yes, there is freedom. And then people will naturally say, then why you are not doing it? You see? That's what I am saying. Most of the time, our human problem is that we keep on complaining, not doing what you can do. So one of the wonderful teachings that is taught in Buddhism is exploring that potential that you have and using it, rather than sitting there complaining. Much of the problem, I can easily say, in today's world is because of not doing our own homework, not carrying our part, and simply sitting there and complaining. Somebody is not doing that. She has done that. He has done that. He is not doing. Never saying what is my role, what have I done. You see. So therefore, whether it is in terms of our own spiritual development, or in terms of contributing towards the well-being of the society, or members of your own family, whatever, the first and most important thing is start doing. Start doing. If you start doing something, you can see the result, you can see the benefit. In the material realm, in the spiritual realm, in both the realms, if you start doing something, you can see the benefit. If you don't start doing, but simply talking or complaining, you will not be moving towards the goal. So in order to help you start doing things, you need to have the knowledge how to do things. Proper knowledge, complete knowledge, it's important. So therefore, such study or such reflection on spiritual teachings like that of the Buddha is extremely, extremely important. It is relevant in our day-to-day life. So don't think it is only for the monks or nuns or people who have nothing to do, He's only sometimes scolds the Tibetans by saying that when somebody is unable to study well in an ordinary school, then they say, send it to the monastery. And somebody who is very old and unable to run his house, or family, then says, then I will become ordained after 60, 70 years old. His oldness scolds that tendency by saying, what do you mean by this? This spiritual religious studies are supposed to be one of the most important and difficult study. So in this, if you treat this as if something to be done when you have nothing else to do, this is very unfortunate. This is a sign of, degeneration of Dharma. You see. So the real spiritual study and practice must be done, if possible, when you are young, when you are physically energetic, when you are mentally fresh. So therefore we need to take these teachings very seriously for one's own benefit, and then of course benefit of many other sentient beings. So therefore see these teachings as very relevant, and you will find that relevant if you think more and more, and not only just listening to the teaching once more, but you should also use your own experience, use your own intelligence, and do some research. Write a nice article on impermanence. This is the way to study Dharma, like any other study that you do. Write a nice thesis on suffering. You might, come up with many new ideas that is very much related to your day-to-day life's experiences. You may not be able to present the subtle meaning of impermanence and suffering as is done by the Buddhist teachings, because the subtle understanding of impermanence and suffering and so forth is based on a very strong penetrative insight that comes through meditation, which we will discuss a little bit later, which we will not be able to do. I'm very sure about that. But then many other different types of sufferings that is experienced in our today's society, many of them you will be able to present it in a very clear way. That will also be very helpful to see what is the disease that is there in today's society. Then you will find the cure, you see. If you don't even identify the disease, how will you think about the cure? So that also, if you relate this teaching in this way also, it will, I think, will be very, very useful. So there is a lot of things to do. So be innovative and creative. So we discussed a little bit about impermanence, and we started explaining by giving the definition of impermanence. Impermanence means something that is momentarily changing. Definition of impermanence is something that is momentarily changing. Okay, momentarily changing. Now, momentarily changing also has different meaning. One understanding of the momentarily changing nature means that any conditioned phenomena that comes into being stays for a certain duration and then goes away. That is one meaning of momentarily changing nature of any conditioned phenomena. So in that case, even one whole year with 12 months, even the duration of one whole year is a kind of momentarily changing phenomena. Momentarily changing phenomena. Momentarily changing phenomena. So one whole year has 12 months, and when the last month, the 12th month finishes, then one whole year finishes. Okay? Momentarily changing. Now here the thing that you need to understand is to ask this question whether that whole year will remain unchanged until the end of the 12th month, or has it started changing right from the beginning? In the Buddhist text it says it has of course started changing right from the beginning and keeps on changing all the time. Therefore it is transient and impermanent. Transient and impermanent. But still we call that whole 12 month as 1 year because the continuity is there. So from the parlance of the continuity we say this is whole year, but it doesn't mean to say that it is not changing.